Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. You probably wonder why the background is different. It's because today's video will be slightly different. So first of all, I think we should say hi to Graham and Richard, my lovely plants. Yes, some of my plants got names. Those ones only because I planted them myself. They both avocado trees and I planted them from the seed. So this one's actually older than this one, but it's smaller. But yeah, I really like them and it's made me even more proud that I planted them myself from the seed. I didn't buy them from the shop. I think you really should try it. So if you want to see videos about my plants or how that I plant my plants, just let me know in the comment section. But let's back to today's video. As I said, it's gonna be slightly different. There will be still some DIY projects, of course, but for today I decided to style my bookshelf with you. I'm not any expert, I'm probably not gonna give you any tips or hacks. I just want to take you with me. So maybe let's start from the beginning. So we bought this house about 2 years ago. The state of this house was livable condition, but not the best. But that was our idea, just to get in and do each room by room slowly, once the budget allows us to do it. So after 2 years, we only done 2 rooms so far, our bedroom and my office room, and the kitchen renovation at the moment is going on. So our goal is to finish renovating this house this year. At the moment I'm in my living room, so you can see the wall is actually not that bad. I mean, it's wallpaper, but it's white. It wasn't white when we moved in. It was kind of like an orange peachy color, which I really didn't like. It was really hard to be in this room with this color. So I knew we're not gonna do renovation of this room straight away. So I just painted the walls white and it looks much better. Obviously it's not perfect, but it's much better than the colors, the previous colors was here. So instead of spending a lot of money for some changes for just time being, I noticed that you can make the room look nice with the stuff you already got. So like for today, I'm gonna style my bookshelf. Actually I got 2 bookshelves, but I'm gonna do only one because the other one, trust me, you don't want to see that part of the room. So I basically collected all the items from my house and I want to style this bookshelf using these items. I probably want to keep it more like a bohemian style with maybe some vintage elements added, but that's obviously my style which I want to go for at the moment. It probably will change with the time, but yeah, at the moment I just collected all of the items and I'm gonna style them with everything what I found. And as I said before, I know there is lots of tricks and hacks how you can do it to look great, but I just go with the flow and I see how I end up. Okay, so that's the shelves I'm gonna work with. There's only 3 shelves, but what's good about them, they got like a rail behind, so you can basically change the height of them, but I'm actually like how it is now, like easy access to the first one, and obviously the top one is just the highest it can be. So at first I thought I might paint these shelves because you can very easily remove them, but then as I said before, we're probably gonna do renovation in this room this year, and my ideal will be to have like a built-in bookshelves with maybe some cupboards underneath, because as you can see at the moment they like floating kind of shelves, yeah. So there's no really ends, they're not going to the edges of the wall. So I will start with the top shelf, and for this one I decided to add some paintings. I'm not sure yet, I might put them on the shelf or just hang them on the wall. And it's these 2 paintings which I created myself. So before I put them there, let me show you how I made them. I've got with me 2 canvas boards, 25 times 30 centimeters. I place them very close to each other and at the same height. I start with sketching my design.
I often do the sketch before I paint. This one will be super simple and quick, very boho style. The idea is to create one big picture but divide it into two parts. So I've got my sun on the left and moon on the right. I'm going to use only 4 different colors of paint, all very earthy shades. I'm using acrylic paint. As you could see before, I used some round shape item to create my perfect sun. Very easy to paint, I only make sure that edges of each part are even and sharp. I leave it to dry and apply another layer if needed.
And to put them on the wall, I'm using these stickers, no more nails. I think they like a canvas boards anyway, so it would be really hard to put any nail anyway, so I use those ones instead. So the paintings are on, let's start decorating this shelf. Because it's a top shelf and for me I need a stool to get to it, will be probably more like a decorative items. Actually, for the first thing I'm gonna put some cactuses, but I can always get the stool and water them, but the rest I probably won't put any like a storage solutions in here because, as I said, yeah, it's quite high up. Okay, so the top shelf is finished. I think there might be a few changes later on. We'll see how I go with the other 2 shelves. But so far what I put is the 2 paintings at the back, which I think look quite good. I wasn't sure if it's gonna work, but I think it looks alright. It brings more height to these shelves, yeah, so something's going on at the back when there's more stuff in the front. Yeah, and I added some books on both sides, the cactus in the middle, some brass candlesticks, some bell, and like a wooden birds ornament. You might wonder why I put the books this way. It's a bit pointless, but that's my personal preferences. I don't want too many colors going on in here. That's why I put them other way around. If I will need some book, I will find them, but most of these books are been already used, read, or something what we're not gonna go back to in the close future. But if you don't like the idea of putting books other way around, I created some special covers and let me show you how I did it.
I've collected few books in different sizes, which I want to cover. I also got brown craft paper, but you can use white one instead. Different sizes of stamps with letters. I'm probably going to use these small ones. I take my first book and place it on the craft paper. I have to measure how much of the paper I actually need. I make sure the book is open and then measure 10 centimeters away from each side of the book and 5 centimeters from top and bottom of the book. I mark the lines with the pencil and then cut this shape out. As you can see, there is 2 different shades of this paper. I prefer the more matte finish, so this side will be outside my book. I place the book on the paper and crease the paper along top and bottom edge of this book. Then I fold the paper all the way where I created the creases. I fold the left side of the cover and insert the front cover of my book into the edges of the fold. Then I crease the paper along the back cover and repeat the process. Now it's time to stamp my book. I make sure the book is right way up and crease the paper along the side of my book. I'm taking out the stamps I'm going to use and start stamping. I use black ink, but a white one or any other color will look great as well. I'm only stamping the title of the book without the author.
So I like to having like a different depth on the bookshelf. That's why I put the wicker basket kind of at the back. I also decided to go for more colorful book only because I really like this book about the art, and the one is green one, which goes well with the cactus, which is green as well. I also added some personal touches. I think that's important. At the end of the day, it's your home, you want to feel it cozy. That's why I added some my previous project, the clay bowls and the vase. It's always good to add some storage on your shelves as well. You probably don't want everything to be seen, like a small bits and bobs. It's better to put inside, let's say, like baskets like this ones, or you can have some wooden boxes or any kind of boxes. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, please click the like button. I will really appreciate it, and of course leave me comments and down below. Let me know what do you think about these shelves. If you like it, if you don't, what would you change, or do you want me to style the bookshelves in different style? I'm happy to do it, just let me know in the comments. And for now, thank you so much for watching and your support, and I will see you in my next video.